Here with senior Becky Mueller to preview the 2015-16 Concordia women's basketball season. I'm sure this off-season has felt a little bit different. How strange is it going to practice now and you don't have that big senior class last year that was such a big part of that special run?
Yeah, it is definitely different. We've had to have different people step up and be leaders, and just kind of getting used to playing with each other. It's just a younger group, and the freshmen have been awesome to play with and get to know them, and it's just taken some time, but we're kind of getting into the groove now. So,
how have you maybe stepped up more as a leader? Are there any examples so far?
I think I try to be a little more vocal than I was last year. You know, I didn't have to say much when Bailey and Tracy were in the huddle, but I try to just say a little bit more what I'm thinking, what we're trying to do as a team, and just kind of lead by example too.
What did you maybe learn from some of those seniors last year that kind of helps benefit you, and maybe some things that you can pass on to the inexperienced players?
Probably kind of attitude. They were always carried themselves really well, and they were confident in themselves and in our team, and so being able to do that for especially the younger girls to know that we want them to be there, we want them to step up, we want them to play, and just kind of give them confidence.
Now, a lot of outsiders might say it's going to be tough for Concordia with some of those losses, the National Player of the Year and a second-team All-American. How much does that motivate you and your teammates to prove that, this year's team can stand on its own merit?
Yeah, it's definitely really motivating. I mean, we have a lot of talent, and I think we have a lot of talent that people don't realize, and so it's going to be really fun to go out there and just play, and there's kind of nothing to lose. People don't expect much, so it's going to be fun to kind of show people what we got.
You and Mary Janovich are the two returning starters from last year. Do you feel a little bit more pressure, you and Mary, maybe, that you have to step up and score more and contribute more than you have in the past?
Yeah, I mean, there's always a little bit of pressure, but I kind of try not to think about it like that. I just kind of know that what my role is, and I try to be confident and just play with the girls around me and do the best that we can.
How impressed have you been with the development of some of the younger players like Brenly, Jade, Laurel? How are they coming along, and some of the new freshmen as well?
They've been awesome. You can just tell they worked so hard this off season, and having Coach Colway with us, he's done some pretty incredible things with some of those younger girls and their individual workouts and stuff like that. And so it's been really fun to watch how much they've developed and how much they're going to contribute this year.
Now, when people see this team play, how much different will it look just stylistically, do you think?
I don't think it's going to be that much different. I mean, we still have our same offense and our same defense, and we're going to be pressing and playing fast. And I think the only difference is we might not have one person who's completely dominant, and there's going to be a lot of scorers. There's going to be a lot of people playing, and it's going to be fun.
How much have you thought about some of the rules changes at all now that you're going to 4 quarters and you shoot free throws on every 5th foul of the quarter? How much have you given those things any thought at all?
Yeah, kind of in the summer and preseason I didn't think about it much, but lately in practice we've been trying to implement some of those things. Like when we're scrimmaging, we'll do 4 quarters, and Coach has been calling some fouls and stuff in practice just to get us used to how tight they're going to call it, and getting in the mindset that we only have 5 before they shoot. So it's definitely different, but I think it'll be fun playing in the scrimmage when we actually play with the rules and we're not just playing with ourselves.
Now, obviously people are going to talk about the senior class last year that's moved on, but you have 8 players on this roster that have some kind of national tournament experience. How much just having been in that kind of winning environment helps the returning group that you have?
I think it's huge. I mean, you kind of know where we've been, and so we know where we want to be, and then kind of when we get there, it's not a whole new experience. We're not going to be deer in the headlights. We're going to know what it's like. We're going to know what to do. I think we'll be able to handle ourselves a lot better.
Now, for you personally, what's one thing that you want to do better this year than last year?
I definitely want to be a better defender, especially in the post. We're always going to have mismatches, so I want to make sure I do my job to limit those, the other team's posts, and get rebounds, and then I want to be a better scorer for our team, and I've worked on my post game a lot, so I am looking forward to kind of putting that into play this season.
Now, what has to happen for you to consider this a successful year?
Obviously I want to win a lot of games, and I know that this team can do it. I want to win conference. I want to go to nationals and do the best that we can. And I just want this team to have fun. Like, we have a great group of girls, and we get along really well. And I think if we're just having fun and just playing, we're going to do really well.